Hey guys, Josh with Carl's Mower and Saw, and today I'm looking to add a little bit wider, a little bit more flower bed to my lawn. My wife has planted more and more dahlias, so we're out of space. We need to get more in the ground here. And what are you normally gonna do, right? You're gonna go to the rental store, you're gonna rent a rototiller, and you're gonna till up your lawn. Wrong, stop. You need to rethink your process, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the sod cutter first. I have my Billy Goat 18-inch sod cutter. I'm gonna use that first. I'm gonna cut off the sod. That way I don't have all these grass clumps in my flower bed that then start growing and then I have to weed them and it's a pain in the butt or they're hard to rake out. So we're first gonna run the sod cutter. Then I'm gonna grab my stick edger and I'm gonna fire it up and I'm gonna cut strips, like say foot and a half wide strips so they're easy to move that sod. You could roll it up. The problem that I've found is when you roll it up, it always breaks apart and falls apart and you get a mess. So I just cut these nice strips. They pull out of the ground really easy. And I put that turf somewhere else. If I got a low spot on my lawn or a place where I want to add some better grass. And then the final step that I'm going to take right here is my Honda FC 600 Rototiller. This thing is awesome. It's traditionally made for garden stuff that's already softer a little bit, not really going to break turf, break sod. But the way this is designed, I can get an amazing deep till. So I'll have to do probably 2 or 3 passes, not super deep. And then I'll be able to really get down and deep and really churn that under. Maybe I'll throw in some mulch. And when I do plant my garden or my dahlias or my flowers or whatever, I'm gonna have amazing growth. So let's start out by running this sod cutter. I'm gonna pull this tiller out of the way. And I don't believe that I'm gonna be in the screen the whole time, but you'll get me. So on this sod cutter, I've got a choke on the front. So I'm gonna pull that choke out and I'm going to turn it on, okay? The other thing I have to do is set my depth, and there's a pin in the back that allows me to set how deep I want to cut. I can cut 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1 inch. I believe it's then 1.5, and then it's 2, and then it's 2.5. 2.5 is way too much. I really need 1 inch is what I'm going to go with. I think that should get down below the turf layer and allow me to then have a good dirt base to till under and make a garden out of. So I've set it at 1.5 inches. I'm gonna lift up on the back, I'm gonna loosen this clamp, and then I'm gonna tighten this up right here, and we're now locked, the blade is down. So let's fire it up. Off choke. I'm gonna pull this orange lever on the side. This is gonna start moving, this is gonna start oscillating, okay? That's gonna start cutting, shoveling. And in my right hand is my drive. So let's go and engage, and then drop in. We're in. Now we're gonna drive. I'm gonna do 3 passes wide. That's gonna put me with what? 36, 40, about a 54-inch wide garden bed. Very easy to use. I can go faster or slower with just the squeeze of my hand. And as I get to the end, I lift up and come out of my cut, turn around. And I'm gonna come back to my 3rd one, which I had already started, so we'll see how much of a mess this is. So engage, down, and we're driving. Just like that. All right, that's it. I'm done sod cutting. That is so quick. So this is roughly a foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, just over 4 feet wide, okay? I've cut 3 strips, roughly 1 inch deep. Now I'm gonna grab this stick edger here, turn it on, gas it up. And like I said, normally a foot and a half wide. So I've got these nice squares and I can just pick those up really easily in the wheelbarrow and haul them away. So here we go, stick edger on. Almost done. Okay, so I've made my sod cut. I've made my edger cut. Let me show you what we're gonna have here. So I can come down here. Usually I want to get some gloves out at this time. Now these just pick up. You can stack them up and I can move them. Come grab the camera here so you can take a peek at what we got going on. Okay, you see that? The grass is gone. So I'm gonna pull all this out. I'll come back, I'll fire up the tiller. You'll see me bust my butt on the tiller for a couple passes. And then I'm gonna get that nice deep till, and we're gonna be garden bed or flower bed ready. But you see my cross hatches that I did with the edger. Okay, you can see what I got here. There's a little bit of grass in here. It's just kind of the top where it tore apart, but this is a nice, clean, weed-free, grass-free starting spot for the flower bed. So I now have my Honda FC600. The first pass with this machine will be a little challenging just because it is pretty hard. We'll go a couple times and then I'll really let it dig in. The way this machine works is, if you can see, I really already have the front wheel kicked up. So all of the weight right now is on the tines, which is awesome. And in the back, there's a little foot, and basically you hold up on the back and it moves forward, and you hit something tough and you push down, that foot sticks and it churns, and really tills it up well. So let's see how this tiller does on this application. I'm gonna fire it up. I've got my on-off switch here, my throttle, and then I'm gonna choke it. Choke is off, and this is a very easy machine to use. I simply pull on this lever right here and it's going to start going. Okay, now I've got the foot in. Watch what happens. So I'm just going to kind of inch along, and like I said, the first pass isn't going to be great, but I really just want to break through that hard pan. And you'll see some roots in here from the grass. That's fine. That's some good nutrients. I maybe could have gone a little deeper with the sod cutter, but I don't really think that would have done a lot of good. Pretty easy. I let it go forward, and then I push down on the back, and it digs. Right, so I'm holding it, it's digging. Let it go forward, it's digging. Just about to the end here. Since I have no wheel, what I'm going to do is just let it walk out, but you can't see me. Turn it around on my lawn and come back the other way. All right, get in the dirt and go. Pretty quick, pretty simple, with the end tilled good. Now I'm going to walk it out just like I did before. I'm going to come right back on what I did. We'll see how it goes. Get in the dirt where I can set the foot right there and go. Now you can see I'm really getting some good depth. Now if I was really on my A game, what I will do is spread some compost in here and mix it in, and this thing will do an incredible job at churning in that compost. And again, I'm to the end. I'm going to let it dig down good at the end, and then I'm going to lift up on the foot so I can walk right out, flip it around, and back the other way. This foot stand on the rear is adjustable for different operator height. Let me tell you, the first time I used it, whoever used it before me had that sucker set way up, and I was bending over, my back hurt, and I was like, this thing is horrible. And then I looked at it and I'm like, oh, this is easy to use. Moved it up and it's just easy. I got a little hard spot here, so I'm gonna let it till. All right, we're past it. We're almost to the end. I hadn't tilled this yet, so we'll hold that foot down, let it churn it up, and then walk out, just like that. All right, what do you think? So that was 2 passes after the sod had been cut. Not bad. I've got definitely a little bit of roots. This is gonna break down right away. I'm gonna personally till it probably another time, and then I'll rake it out, and I would say it's ready to plant. There you go. That is Josh's trick tip on how to put in a garden bed, a flower bed, without all the additional back-breaking labor of renting a rear tine tiller. It's just a pain in the butt to weed, right? So think ahead, get rid of the first layer, and then go ahead and get the rototiller out, till it under, and you will be so much happier. More tips, tricks, how-tos, how to get the most out of your cool tools, the Honda tiller, the Billy Goat sod cutter, a stick edger. Subscribe to our channel. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, you know where to roll to, right? Carl's Mower and Saw, Ferndale, Washington. We're here to help you make your garden grow, make your lawn pop, and enjoy doing it all at the same time.